singers in the world, probably working now, are eaten up to get out front and be, with all the crap it entails, a star?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's such a personal walk. Mm-hmm. I think most people who do sing background really do enjoy it. Right. And that's all they want to do. And any kind of singing, be it in groups of people making harmony or just a single voice and being supported and understanding that support behind you. Most background singers understand the two. And then you may get the other spectrum where someone will say, I really, really want to be an artist, but let me sing background first and use that as a vehicle, to become the artist that I wish to be. And all of it is good. None of it is bad. It's all a beautiful thing. It's just a personal walk.
Can you understand people who have no music in their life? There are some. In fact, Shakespeare warned us against them.
Really?
Beware the man that hath no music in him.
I don't think I would be alive without it. Something about the vibration of sound that just can break a glass or move an object or maybe one day heal cancer. We just don't know.
Can you recall, maybe in your childhood even, the moment that somebody other than you in the film said, I knew this is the moment of what my life is going to be?
When I was listening to David Lasley, the cute guy with the blonde hair, and he talked about listening to the Blossoms, I called him because we all know each other. We're all like a family. We all have either worked together. The only person I didn't know was Judith, but I'd worked with David. And I called David, and after I saw the movie, I said, David, did you hear every day until the sun goes down? Because he just sang it in the interview. And it was in the same key from the TV show that inspired him to be a singer. And I had to ask him. I was like, did you just sing that out of your head? He said, yeah. It was so embedded in his soul that he knew he could hear it from his memory from a child.
It wasn't just a coincidence.
No.
How rare is perfect pitch?
I'm not sure. I know for me, people tell me I have perfect pitch. I think because the body is such a delicate thing that I want to call it relative to how I'm feeling. I'll hear a record from my memory and I can hear the exact key. I can hear the difference between the AM radio stations playing it versus the FM stations, because the AM stations would always play it a little brighter. So I could hear, even if it was the same song, I could hear the difference between the keys. It was, I don't know, it's just in my body. And I don't think it's rare. People that say that, I can't sing, or, I don't have perfect pitch, or if you take the time, you realize you have a lot more stuff than you realize. So I think we all do have the gift. I do.
Here's an unpleasant subject in case you're in the mood for it. I remember when I saw a couple of Sinatra's last concerts, and people would come out saying, boy, the voice is going fast. Do all voices eventually go?
I don't think so.
Ella never went, did she, her voice?
It's an individual thing. The body's such a sensitive thing. It's different than a guitar or a trumpet where it would keep its timbre. Mm-hmm. I think human beings are like wine, and we change, and we mellow, and things just change, and it's a beautiful circle of life. And the voice is a mirror or snapshot of each stage. And you can hear it in a person's life, in their voice, in their speaking voice.
So much of the film is about making it and not making it. Are there a lot of people you've known who should have made it and didn't? Is it that common? Tell us some people you wish hadn't made it.
And not? Oh my God. Making it is an interesting concept to me because, basically, I think what most people want is to do what they love and to not worry about the bills and to take care of themselves and their loved ones, basically, I don't think, maybe there are people that just want to have all the money in the world just for the challenge, but I think most human beings, there's plenty for everyone. I think most people just want to feel secure and just know that they have enough and that they're okay. They don't have to worry.
I don't think there are very many like you. I've never heard anybody say, I just met someone who's just like Lisa Fischer.
Oh, God.
I made several notes, far too many, but we can do it in under 2 hours. Do you want to laugh when you get home? Do you know how to Google?
Yeah.
Google, this is so embarrassing.
No, bring it up, come on.
Dick Cavett, Ray Charles. We sang together.
Did you really?
Yes, and I would not want you to miss this opportunity for anything.
I'm going to Google it, but how did you feel about it?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I thought I did fine. Ray had a little trouble with laughter. Especially at the end when he didn't do what I thought he would from having heard him in it. So I had to go, now she's gone and withdrew am I blue. She's laughing.
No. My most favorite.
But what a thrill to sit next to a guy like that.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, well, you'll see it tonight. When you
I will. I'll Google it tonight.
have your paper on my desk by Friday.
I love him.
Could you learn anything yet at your stage? I mean, if I offered to send you to Juilliard, really, is there anything someone of your caliber and quality still has to achieve?
I think every day, getting through a day is an achievement.
Well, yeah.
I really do believe that. Because this world is just so difficult, and there's so many challenges that we can't even foresee that are coming. I think the biggest challenge is just being happy. And I think just trying to be a mirror of that happiness for other people. I think I could probably learn some songwriting classes, things that would empower me,
Yeah.
But I think what I really like to learn is people.
Well, you're to be envied.
Yeah, I like people. I like learning people.
Well, if my singing shows you a different idea of what you have to learn, let me know.
I would love to sing with you.
Do you have heroes from the old days? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I would like to sing with you.
You actually were a little taken by it, see.
Oh,
When you were a kid, did you want to be one of the Andrews sisters?
I
Oh my
wanted-
God, nobody here is old enough to
No,
remember.
yeah, no, I'm old enough. I'm going to be 55. No, I love the Andrews sisters. I love what they did. I love any style, any vibration of sound, and the people that it was coming out of it was just magical to me. All of it.
I had to laugh when Perry Como came up with his backup singers, all of whom seemed remarkably white. Yeah. Could it ever happen in the world that there'd be a white soul singer?
I think there are...
I thought that idea would get a horrendous laugh.
No. I think what a soul singer is someone that sings from their soul.
Yeah.
I think it's a colorless thing. But that's me.
I'm not going to argue with you.
That's my
Can you go without work for a time and be content with the other things in your life? There are so many performers who go nuts until they get the next gig, the next job, the next tour even.
I don't need a tour. I don't need, well, let me not lie. There are two parts of me. There's the part of me that before I started touring, I sang, and that made me happy.
Yeah.
That part of me when I'm home sustains me.
Mm-hmm.
If I worked a 9 to 5, I would still sing because it sustains me somehow. The touring part, you need a break. You need to revive. You need to live life. You need to be with people, with your family, with your loved ones, with the schedule, with the sleeping and awaking and doing things at a particular time. The road sort of takes that away from you a bit. So.
Are you, as a great performer, great talent, and great singer like yourself, plagued the way we normal people are by not being able, for example, to get the Castro convertible jingle out of your head all day? Did those things come into the head of a real musician as well as normal people?
I think it was planned that way.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when somebody will say, "Did you hear that horrible commercial with the blah 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 blah?" And they would sing it, and for the rest of the day, I could not get it out of my head. It's just something that keeps spinning around, and I think it affects musicians and everyone because there's music in all of us. We've all, as children, hopefully sang, you know?
And did I hear you say in the film that you have 2 left feet?
Yeah, when I started.
To be able to sing is not necessarily to be able to dance.
Oh,
That
no.
seems,
Not at all. No, I was very clumsy and very awkward, and I would be the last kid to be chosen for any sports thing. So when I started working with Luther, it was very difficult for me to kind of pull things together, but I had to mathematically figure angles and just practice really hard. That was the hardest part for me.
People who didn't make it ever come to you and say, "Why are you serene somehow? Because you seem to be, and I'm taking a lot of pills."
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Do people ever come to you and say, you seem so in control of yourself and your life and your thoughts? Oh, don't tell me you're a mess.
You saw my apartment.
Yeah, but you didn't see mine. That's funny. What kind of bread can a backup singer make?
Backup singer, it's endless, and it's also can be nothing. It can be, I mean, my first gigs working in the club in the city, I would do 3 sets a night, and I would get $30, and I would take that $30, and 25 of it, I would take a taxi from the Bronx back to Brooklyn.
Wow.
So that at the end of the night I had $5. So that was probably the worst of it. But I had to do it.
I was going to say, do you hate the road? Do you like to tour?
I love to tour.
I think I would too.
I love it. Because, you know, it's like family. It's like a secondary family, you know? It's like being in that kindergarten class all over again, you know? You see the people that are pain in the ass. You see the people that are really cool. You see the people that are, oh, they're just so, you know, nurturing. The other ones are just like, all right, now you know you want to get, you know, more people that kind of push you. It's just all these characters that you see again and again in your life.
Right.
I love it.
You're somewhat, you can't be somewhat unique. You're either unique or you're not. I had a great band on my show, ABC show, and every singer who came on said, "This is the greatest band I ever worked." Either on, if they didn't want to offend Doc Severinsen, or everybody, Ella, Bob Hope, everybody said, "What a band!" And the thing that they would thank me for was keeping them from having to be on the road and tour. So you may be in a minority.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, even in the background singer world, there's singers that would be the singers that would do the sessions at home and the commercial work at home. They wouldn't dream of going on the road.
No.
And then I would just do it all. I would just do whatever came. If there was more work at home, then I probably would have been more at home. But weirdly enough, the business has changed so much that actually the work is now more on the road. Yeah.
I asked, once Katharine Hepburn was in a sense sitting where you are, and I said, are you sorry you never got to work with Laurence Olivier? And she said, well, neither of us is dead yet. And they actually got a job out of that. Somebody told me at the show. Are there people you missed, you craved, would love to have shared the stage with?
Yeah. I would love to work with Pat Metheny.
Really?
Yeah. Just something about his music just goes, sort of weaves through me. It's just something about the way he plays. He plays like a singer. You know?
Well, I'll see what I can do. Well, thank you for being here and as they say, sharing.